What's up, guys? It looks like we have the Sram 2024, I guess you would call it, XX set up here for mountain bikes. This is not released yet at the recording of this video, but it looks like it is very close to production. This is from Andre Sink's Mondraker XC bike, and you can clearly see here that most of it is ready to be released. You can see the flat top chain with the hollowed out on the end plates, so that way to drop a little bit of weight. We also see the cassette has a little bit of a black on it. The spacing is supposed to be a little bit better on the climbing. So on your current Eagle offerings, you have it where it jumps from a 42 up to a 50 tooth or a 42 up to a 52 tooth. So you're talking about 8 teeth or 10 teeth jump when you get up to those larger cocks or climbing. The newer cassette here is supposed to have a little bit closer gearing when you get up into the climbing range here. So it'll be interesting to see how that is. I believe it is supposed to be 12 speed as well. I haven't counted it here, but I have heard that it is a 12 speed system. You also have the SRAM new hanger. As you see, it actually is on the outside, and it's also on the inside of this through axle. So it has more points that it connects to. It's supposed to stiffen up the rear derailleur, make the shifting a little more precise. As derailleurs have gotten larger and larger, they've been a little more flexible when it comes to shifting through the gears. And obviously, the more gears we've crammed into a smaller space, it means that our rear derailleurs need to be even more precise than they were before, and this is why SRAM has gone this route. You also see here that they have blacked out a little bit of the logos right here and also right here. Now, I believe the new system is going to be called XX Black Box, maybe. I don't know. I know there's two X's on it. A few shots here. And the reason why I think it's called Black Box, if you look right up here on this image, this is from the what appears to be the 2024 Specialized Epic. I have a video on that out, so if you want to check that out, be sure to look at that. But you can see it has the logo here. Clearly it's an XX, and there's some writing up under it. You can't really tell what it is, but SRAM has always used the term black box for things that are like prototype or highest of the high end. So that's why I believe that's what that's going to say, but it could be some other new name for a group set. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but you can clearly see here that they have it taped over on Andre Sink's bike here. One thing about this does look different as far as the power meter goes, but I believe it's just kind of a continuation from this previous power meter that had been running for years on the Pro only bikes, where the chainring is built into the power meter and they're one piece. They've done this on their road setup before, and basically when your rings run out or wear out, they're no good. Okay, so on a mountain bike, I don't really like that idea, especially running through the muck and everything else. Your chain rings and chain is going to wear a little bit more than, say, on the road bike. But it looks to me like it's really just kind of they've changed a few small things on here. It's mainly cosmetic. And then the crank maybe looks a little different through here, maybe not, I'm not sure, but it could be just all cosmetic. So honestly, I think that's what it is. Now, right over here on the right hand side, you can see here we have a new shifter buttons that look very, very streamlined, very small. It looks like there's a lot of adjustment there, which I think is great. And it's probably going to weigh quite a bit lighter than the current XX1 Eagle system. So the buttons there, very interesting setup. It'll be interesting to see how well those work, how the ergonomics work with them, and what can actually be adjusted. Obviously, we see here it can slide left to right by a pretty good gap. I am not sure what this adjustment is, though, as far as maybe tilting it up or down, but it does look like this is one piece, but I'm not sure. It looks like maybe, I was wondering if maybe it could be turned one way or the other, or it actually looks like it can rock it this way. So, and then whenever you clamp that down, this piece will keep that in place. So that's my guess with that adjustment there, that maybe it can rock back or forth if you want one button closer to you and one button further away. So, but I think it looks pretty sweet. Something else that SRAM will be releasing coming up is a different brake design. This is going to be the new level. You can see it down here on the bottom. It clearly states level right here, and I'm sure the little letters in there is probably ultimate. So this is going to be your level ultimate with carbon blades and your titanium hardware. The main difference here, we've seen it, by the way, before in one of their patents that they applied for, and essentially what's happening is they're trying to bring the hoses close to the handlebars, and this is all about running the hoses through the head tube, as you see this right here. This is on the new 2024 Epic coming out. But it's all about trying to streamline the hoses so that way they can be hidden and look a little better. I've looked at a few of the calipers. They don't look any different, in my opinion, from some of the shots that I've seen. So I believe the only thing that's going to be different is going to be the master cylinder to be able to have it where the hoses are more streamlined. Something else that looks like it will be new coming out soon from SRAM or RockShox is going to be a different fork. Now, this fork here, it looks like on the right over here with the blue is the current Fox 35 millimeter Ultimate. I'm guessing this is a 35 millimeter on the red picture here on the Specialized Epic, the new one that's coming out. You can see here that it looks like they've really machined around some of this crown area up here to be able to take away some of this weight. So now looking at the lowers look pretty much the same. I think they've really removed as much material as they can from the lowers. But it looks like up at the top they have changed a little bit with the uppers, and it looks like they really just removed some material right around here. Other than that, I do not see any difference, but there could be some internal differences that could drop the weight even more. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video covering some of the new SRAM stuff that is yet to be released, be sure to smash that like button. Also share it with anybody who is looking into some new SRAM stuff, and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out, and we'll see you in the next video.